John Lusk here at Lusk Archery Adventures. Series testing, successful hunting. Today I'm going to be testing another cool head by Crimson Talon. Last year I tested some of their fixed blade broadheads, and then this year I've been testing their mechanicals and their hybrids. And this one is another hybrid design, but it's not called the hybrid, okay? That's a different one that I already tested. This is called the Battleaxe, and it is a cool looking broadhead here. So in a minute we're going to zoom on in here and go through some of the design features and specifications, and then put it to the test. And for the test I'm using all of my testing protocol for 2022, and you can read about that in the description box right below this video, as well as that'll include the ratings, the scores, the measurements, and how it performed in all the tests as well. And then at the end I'll reveal the cumulative score and then the corresponding Lusk grade. For all these tests, I'm using my Bowtech SR6 set at 72 pounds, and I'm using Bishop FOC King arrows for most of the shots, but then I'm using the Bishop Fat Eliminator for the really hard impact ones. Let's check out this Battleaxe 125 grain head. Here's a good look at the Battleaxe. Now this is the 125 grain model. What a cool looking broadhead. I love that main leading blade. So it's got a fixed blade that is the leading blade there with a cut of 7/8 of an inch. And so it's a cut on contact blade. It's 1 millimeter thick, or 0.039 inches thick. Both of the blades are made out of a 420 J2 stainless steel. Then the ferrule is made out of a 7075 aluminum, which is a really good aluminum. It's stronger than some steels. And then it's got this mechanical blade in the back. Now in the closed position, that's got 1 inch of cut, and it's sharpened right there in the edges with a single bevel sharpening. So even if nothing were to open, you'd have 7/8 of an inch cut in this one blade in the front, and then you'd have 1 inch of cut in this blade in the back. So that's kind of nice, but it's going to open. And as it's forced open like that, these main mechanical blades deploy, and they reach a full cutting diameter of 2 inches. So again, this is the 125 grain model. Now they also make a 100 grain model that you can see right here that's exactly the same. It just has a smaller leading blade in the front, and that's got 7/16 of an inch cut. So the 125 grain has 7/8 of an inch, and the 100 grain has 7/16 of an inch. The mechanical blades, overall the construction, everything else is identical. Now I would think that the 100 grain is going to be a bit more forgiving in flight than would be the 125 grain, just because of that extra wide leading blade. However, it's still pretty small, 7/8 inches, and just 2 blades like that, and a really low profile to these back mechanical ends of the blades. So I think it's going to fly really well just like this. But really eager to put this head to the test and see how the Battleaxe performs. .250. It penetrated 6 1/4 inches, and the blades did fully deploy as well. .300. It penetrated through 52 layers, and I want to note that it actually cut quite a bit of tissue as it did that, because of that blade forward design, compared to many mechanicals that just have like a long, narrow tip at the front. Here's the head after 3 shots through the MDF, and on the good side, everything stayed perfectly intact. On the negative side, the cutting diameter of those arced mechanical blades did decrease by about a half, as those blades bent back a little bit more with each shot. And I'm showing it there compared to the original size that it was before those shots. Here it is after 2 shots into the steel plate, and you can see first it made really nice holes in the steel plate there, and then you can see the blades got a little bit of edge chatter and nicked up as expected, and the blades, those back curved blades, just continued to hold in that smaller cut pattern. Maybe they even shrunk just a little bit more in their cutting diameter, but everything stayed intact. Okay, here it is after impacting the concrete. And as you can see, it didn't do very well on the concrete. The leading blade broke in half and the ferrule broke in half as well. But, you know, to be honest, don't think that that means that this head is not durable. For a mechanical with that size cut to make it through MDF 3 times and make it through the steel plate twice is really impressive. So, you know, the concrete is just kind of an extra test of the outer limits of durability, and it only accounts for 3 points out of a 100-point scale. But overall, the durability of this head was pretty impressive. So what did you think of the Battleaxe? Hey, you know, this head did pretty well. I don't know how Crimson Talon does it for the price that they do it at. You know, there's definitely heads that are higher quality and they cost a lot more, but these heads are really functional and get the job done. So check out the score sheet and see how it performed in the areas that matter to you the most, and then stay tuned for the cumulative score as well as the overall Lust grade that it gets. But great job, Crimson Talon.